Yo YouTube! This is my video for Monday the 21st of July, and I've just picked up hopefully the first of many jobs today. I picked up from Sleaford and I'm going to Coalville. It is a loaded job with a small van of 67 miles, and I got this job for £65, and I live about 20 miles from Sleaford roughly. It's about 35 minutes to get there, and the time now is nearly 10 o'clock, and I should be in Coalville and finished and offloaded by about 11:30. There was a slight issue with the booking this morning. A couple of small points just as they come to my head. The shipper I'm working with has 45 days end of month payment terms, which I think is too long, but I don't block those shippers. I do work, but I'm just less excited about it. But the shipper was very friendly when he called me and when I had to call him back. When I arrived before I arrived actually at the pickup point, I realised there wasn't a company name for my pickup place. I just had the road name. So as I was arriving, I rang the shipper back and asked them to confirm where I was meant to be going. They did tell me where to go, and I've been there before, so I went to that goods in point or dispatch place, and they couldn't find it, and so I had to call shipper back to get some more information. I didn't have any kind of reference or contact number or details, so I had to call them back, and they came back to me with a contact name and a description of the goods. And when the forklift driver checked that, it was actually on a slightly different site. What I thought I was collecting was going to be food items, but actually, because that's where I usually go, actually in this particular case it was more of an engineering item. So I went to another building, picked it up, and then made my way towards Coalville. So it's a lovely day. It's not too hot for me. It's 18 degrees at the moment, and I'm expecting to have, I'm hoping to have, it's much more hope than expectation. I'm definitely hoping to have a good day today. I'm expecting to struggle. That's what my everyday is like at the moment. But my last point I want to make is, despite the problems about getting the right pickup location and getting information, because both the forklift driver, and the people on site, and also the shipper were all very sort of pleasant, polite. It made the whole interaction really stress-free. I had to wait a bit longer. I probably had to wait in total probably about 15 minutes more than I would have done otherwise. But if you had the same situation but grumpy, surly, rude staff, it would have made it a lot more unpleasant from my point of view. So it's just common sense, I think. Just be nice to people, just be polite to people. You get a lot more done, and your day is a lot nicer if you do that. And so I've said that a lot in my video, so I won't keep going about it. But it's something that's I regularly find out is a really useful thing to be. Being polite and friendly is very useful in terms of a business model. Right, let's move on. So I'm going to see how today unfolds and just play it by ear and hopefully earn a reasonable amount of money. So I'll let you know. Cheers. Right, I am back. It is now 12:25, and I finished my first job about an hour ago, maybe 50 minutes ago, and I've been looking for work since then. There was a trickle of jobs kept coming through. There's quite a few drivers close to me, as I'll show you in the map, but I have eventually got myself a job. I'm driving 12 miles south to LE4 I'm taking a long wheelbase van job, 25 miles to Nottingham, and I'm getting £60 for this job, 60. And the only thing to add really is that I was getting more and more frustrated, mildly frustrated about not getting any work, and my initial optimism was draining out, let's say dripping out, and before it all ran out completely, I got this job. So I've refilled my optimism now, back up to maximum levels, and when I finish my job in Nottingham, I'll start dripping out again. Hello there. I have managed to scrape together a third job. The time now is 35 minutes past 2. I was hanging around when I was in Nottingham bidding for about half an hour. I'm now on my way to the other side, about half an hour away, 6 miles, and I'm taking a job to Manchester. It's 69.5 loaded miles. I'm pretty sure it's a long wheelbase van job, and I'm getting £85 for it, which puts me on for the day 210, I think. Yeah, 210. And if I have time, I have got a backload job that I can do from between. There's a place between Manchester and Liverpool. When I'm on my way to Manchester, I'll find out what time I get there, and if the company is still open, I'll do that collection as a backload for my mechanic. So it's been quite hot. It's been quite difficult trying to find and price a job correctly. I don't think I would have got this job with any more money. I put in quite a lot of bids and wasn't winning anything. As it is, I'm half an hour away from the pickup because of traffic. So even though it's only 6 miles, it's still taking half an hour. So I'm pleased to have this job, and yeah, today's not been a disaster. My last thing to say is I'm quite tired at the moment. I've been tired the last couple of hours because it's the heat, I think. And today I did get my iron injections arrive, so I'm going to start taking those this week, and hopefully that'll perk me right up. So yeah, I'll let you know how this goes, and check in with you later. Hope you're doing well. Right, I'm back. It's now 5:45, and as I delivered my items to Manchester, it poured with so much rain that we all got very wet. But they were very good about it. They said stay in my van, don't worry about getting wet myself. I couldn't just sit there doing nothing, so I got out and made a token effort by opening the door for them and sort of helped them a little bit. But yeah, that was easy enough to do. They waited. I got stuck on some traffic on the M56. There's some congestion. Slow moving, but it didn't come to a stop. But it did pull me behind by about 20 minutes. And so I kept them up to date. They stayed there for me, and then took off the items. And there was a job going from Manchester to Lincoln for a delivery in the morning, but I can't do it because it's delivery at 8 o'clock and I've got a blood test at 9 o'clock at my house. So I'm a bit sort of stuck about that one. That would be a perfect job for me to do usually. So I'm just going to head over to a supermarket and get a pie or a sandwich. I'm quite hungry. And then I'm going to probably aim just to saunter home, looking for something sort of towards Birmingham or Stoke, Stafford maybe. That would seem to be, other than where I am now, which is obviously south of Manchester, that seems to be the best option to try and get a job. It is going to be unlikely, but it's not unknown that there'll be jobs available at this time of the day. And if I go in the right direction, even if it's just small jobs, I'll do them. I put a bid on a Stoke to Stoke job, £50. I was 50 minutes away, 50 minutes away, but I didn't get that job. but that would have been quite a good sort of enemy home type job. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. It's probably most likely that I'll do a stats video next, as I'm sort of about half an hour from home. But yeah, hopefully I'll get something. Cheers! Okay YouTube, final video for today. I'll be home just before 9:30. By the time I get home, I will have driven a total of 371 miles, 371. I'm basing the stats today on last week's fuel price of 14.86 pence per mile. I have filled up since then, but I haven't updated my spreadsheet yet, which I'll do probably tonight or tomorrow. I've worked today for 12.25 hours. I've managed to scrape together £210, 210, from 3 CX jobs. I spent £55.15 on fuel, so I'll round that down to £55. And that means that I've made a net amount today after fuel of £155.155. I think it's unlikely that I'll be working tomorrow, so I'll see you again on Wednesday. I hope that you are all being successful, however you choose to find that word for yourselves. Thank you very much for watching this video. Farewell, friends.